Hello, I'm Robert, and you're welcome here in my busy little shop. On today's episode of What's on My Workbench, I'm going to be working on sanding some wallets. And the dust that comes off of the sander is an issue. I'll get you a little bit closer, I'll show you what the issue is, and I think I've got an inexpensive and easy fix for this problem. I appreciate you taking time to be within the shop today. As you can see, while I'm sanding, I'm creating a pretty good amount of dust, and maybe from that angle it's not as obvious. I'll do a little bit here and then I'll switch angles here for just a second. And you can see there's quite a bit of dust coming off this sander as I'm working with it here. And then just a little bit of sanding. You can see there's a lot of debris here, and it's on the wall, and it's in the air, and if it's in the air, you might be breathing it. So let's get over here on the workbench, and I'll show you what I'm going to make. So I have a USPS box here that I received a belt in. I'm just going to clean up these flaps here a little bit. The sanding area is 4 inches long. Let me mark that on here. Give a little bit extra room. I'll say 4 1/4 inches. And from the back of the motor to the sander is 1.5 inches. So that's going to be here. Let's see. It's about like that. See if I'm doing this right. I think I am. So I've notched it here, 1.5 inches. Let me get some tape and I'll fortify this a little bit. Okay, so now we've got the box like this. So I trimmed the flaps off, left this here, 1.5 inches, trimmed this back the 1.5 inches, and opened these flaps up like that. So here's an attachment for my shop vac, and I just need to make a hole for this to go in. So I've marked out where I want it to go through. It's about there. I'm going to try to cut it a little bit on the small side. Can always make it larger. Something simple like that. I'm going to tape this up a little bit. So that's what it looks like from the inside. It doesn't need to go in there that far. If I get this fitted right, then we should have an airtight seal. And I'm going to add tape to this opening here as well. Let's take a look and see if this is going to look like it's going to remotely work, and then I can fine tune this. I've got a couple of really strong magnets here. Yeah, let's see what this does. When I sand, I go like this. You could put this in a few different spots depending on how you sand it and which way the rotation of the sander is. All right, let's hook up my shop vac. I may have to make a way of holding this vacuum hose so it's not putting stress on the magnets. I'll go low setting first. No, it's still following here. Let me rotate this around a little bit here. Let's see if that small adjustment makes any difference. Helps if I turn it on. Let's take a look here and see. I can see I'm getting some dust in there because it's caught on the tape on the inside. Maybe if I make this slot smaller so I'm able to increase the velocity that it's vacuuming. Let me make some adjustments here. All right, it's not perfect, but I have narrowed that gap up here considerably. And one reason why I use cardboard is I can get it in here against this sander, and if it rubs, it'll just sand some of the cardboard away. Let's try this. Well, there you go. I think, well, I know it reduced the dust considerably by having that on there. And as I'm thinking about it, I may take another one of those boxes, fine tune a little bit. I think the answer was getting the intake area in a thinner slot so that I could increase the velocity there and remove that dust from the surrounding area. So I think that'll work pretty well. I'm going to create some type of a hook on the back to keep the hose more in line so it's not stress on the whole thing. But I think it's an easy solution to a big dust problem off of that Cobra sander. And I looked online, maybe I missed it, but I didn't see any type of a shroud they had created for that. But it would be nice to have some kind of a shroud that you could hook dust collection to remove that from the air. I appreciate you taking time to be within the shop today. Please like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, I do hope you have a great day.